Hi everyone, I just wanted to introduce you to our new series of yoga. We're going to have 4 different levels: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and professional, pro or hardcore yoga at the very end. Each level will have 4 videos which are meant to be watched and followed a few times each, and then you move on to the next video. And as you progress comfortably, you're going to get to the professional level, stretch your muscles, develop joint liquid for a more flexible and healthy body. We're going to work on the 4 levels of consciousness, such as your body, your mind, your auric field, and your consciousness and your soul. They're kind of one last 4th level. I just wanted to tell you that a couple of our videos were shot overseas in a beautiful nature where we bring the ocean and the salty air and the warm sunshine to you. And some of the other videos were shot in the colder air and where we bring the focus and discipline to you. Make sure to be calm and harmonious before starting every exercise. Focus on the water. Floating water, calm water, the water that is coming in and out of the shore, just like you're breathing. We will be working deeper on the breathing in the first level of intermediate videos, but right now, just observing the water, we're learning how we can calmly breathe in and out like the ocean waves. This view of the ocean will allow your eyes to focus on the motion of the water, calming yourself before you start the yoga. You can watch it standing or seated. You can just relax and observe this with the soothing music for just a second. Alright, and let's stand on the edge of your mat and raise your hands, lower your hands. We're going to just stretch your arms up like so and just simply lower them down. Lowering your hands, breathing in and out deeply, you're able to feel the size of the mat, knowing that it's that far, and so we're starting to actually spin around ourselves from Tibetan yoga, looking forward with a relaxed gaze. A few turns around yourself with arms spread out, slowly as you need it in order to not get too dizzy, and go ahead and keep churning. Praying position and lay down on the mat. Or actually just slowly get yourself down on the mat. Alright, seated, leg raises. If you're more advanced, you can lay down and raise your legs, but for the beginner, we're going to just raise your legs one by one, like so, from seated position. The more advanced version of this yoga is when you're laying down and raising them while laying down. Hug your knees and raise your feet for an extra ab exercise. And here, we're going to now relax on your back. Bent knees allow for a deeper relaxation actually, and then we're going to straighten the right leg down and then the left, raising both of them right here. That's the full version of the other exercise, raising the legs and lowering them down. Keep your toes flexed, breathe in on the way up and breathe out on the way down. Keep going. From here, we're going to go ahead and find a all-fours position where you're on your knees, and then just stand on your knees, putting your hands slightly behind your bum. Your toes are on the mat, and you're going to breathe in and actually raise your head backwards, feeling the stretch, and breathe out and lower your chin down. Breathe in backwards and breathe out, lower your chin down. Breathe in backwards and breathe out, lower your chin down. Breathe in backwards and breathe out. Lower your chin down. Breathe in backwards and breathe out. Lower yourself to all fourth position. And now sit on your bum, grabbing your hands on the sides of your hips and raising your hips and putting them down on the mat. Right now, if you're able to breathe in when you're going up, that will be great. So, and breathe out on the way down. So breathe in and breathe out, raising your hips and then putting the hips back down. Raising your hips up and putting them back down. Raising them up and putting them back down. Hands are beside your hips, but if you have shorter hands, then you can put it slightly behind. Take a couple deep breaths, seated, relaxing. And after you've finished this relaxation moment, then go ahead and try to go into all fours position, and then we're going to a cobra stretch, raising your bum into a triangle position and back into a cobra stretch. Alternating between the two a couple of times. Keep going, the same cobra to the triangle. And now we're going to go ahead and get slowly to standing position. Relax yourself and make sure that you are breathing deeply, and if you need to loosen any muscles, shake them out. We're starting with a praying position here. Feet together, heels slightly apart. Stand up straight and breathe in and out slowly. Go ahead and allow one of the legs to be lifted by the same hand while the other hand just going forward for balance. We call it dance pose. The knee of the standing leg, it can be slightly bent for a balance. You're going to also grab the other leg with the same hand. You're grabbing it from the inside on the foot, and you're going to raise it as far as you can, doesn't have to be very tall, into the other side of the dance pose. All right, and we're gonna lower down the leg slowly, and you can even feel some stretching in there as you are lowering it down. Toes together, heels slightly apart. Raise your hands, look up into a praying position for our sun salutation number 1. Bend, forward bend, look straight up, and then walk yourself down into a push-up position, and then from it into a cobra. Breathe in, breathe out into a triangle position. Stay here for 5 breaths. This is from Ashtanga Yoga. Look at your tummy and then go ahead and jump forward if you can, looking forward again, forward fold. And we're gonna raise your hands, put them in praying position, look up for a little stretch there, and back to standing position. We're gonna repeat this whole sun salutation. Praying position, look up, go down, forward fold, breathe out. Breathe in into an actual look forward position. If you can, hop or walk backwards into a push-up. Lower yourself down if you need to with modification on the knees, a little cobra position. And from here, a triangle pose. And we're going to find a comfortable way. Adjust your hands and feet. Look at your tummy. Breathe in and out slowly for about 3 to 5 times. Raise your heels, jump forward, and go ahead and look forward. Forward fold, relax, and raise your hands into a praying position overhead. Look at your praying position and like hands on the sides of your hips here. And let's do another sun salutation, same order. You can follow along. Look up. Hands forward, step backwards into a push-up, then go ahead and do a cobra pose into a triangle position for deep 3 to 5 breaths. Nice. Now heels up and hop forward, look forward, a forward fold, and we're gonna go into a praying position overhead. Look at your hands, and that's the end of that sun salutation. The next sun salutation, try to go a little bit deeper for every single thing. So if you're doing forward fold, go deeper, look forward, hands forward, and you're trying to step back into a nice, gentle push up into a cobra stretch. Into triangle, adjust your feet, adjust your hands, and do a 5 deep breaths here. Heels up, and we're gonna hop between our hands. Hopefully, if you can, look forward, fold, forward fold, and we're gonna raise our hands into overhead praying position, looking up, and then hands back to the sides. Bend your legs if you can into a seated squat and do the same thing from there. A praying position, forward fold, and you're gonna step back into a push up, into a cobra stretch. From here, you're going to simply step with one foot forward into sort of like a warrior position, raising your hands into a praying position from here. And then going ahead and looking up at the praying position, lowering everything back down so that you have triangle pose, another push up and cobra pose. And from this cobra pose, we're going to do a triangle stretch. And we're gonna step forward with the other leg into something like warrior pose, squatting the front leg, praying position, look up, and then you're going to lower both hands down, going into triangle position. And from here, you simply try to deeply allow yourself for a few breaths. All right, so we walk forward, look forward, forward fold, and then you're going to raise your hands while slightly squatting, and then you're going to straighten yourself up. From here, what you need to do is just relax. Again, standing straight, you're going to have your back straight, look forward. We're going to simply squat with the praying position and look up at it. We're going to go down into forward fold, look forward, hop or step backwards into a push-up with a cobra stretch to it. Then going into a triangle position and stepping one of the 2 feet forward and the other foot at the back, raising your hands into a praying position, slowly looking up at that praying position overhead, and then lowering hands all the way to the mat to switch to the other leg. Bend the front leg, raise your hands into a praying position. Lower your hands all the way to the mat, going into a triangle position. Here we're going to do another push-up into a cobra stretch and a nice, long, deep breathing triangle stretch. Look at your tummy. Keep your back straight. And now raise your heels and hop or walk forwards, and we're going to fold and raise your hands into an overhead prayer. All right, let's do something on the mat. So sit down, and if you can, place your right foot on top of the left if you're female, or left if you're male, and then the other leg. You can simply be in what you call a crossed leg position, but a full lotus, or at least half lotus, will be the best here. You can also at this point raise your tongue on the roof of your mouth and then do a mudra with thumbs touching each other and palms on top of each other. Calm down, and you can even close your eyes, just glancing at me from time to time. Deep breaths and relaxation. By holding your tongue,
on the roof of your mouth, touching it to the roof of your mouth, you're actually creating a chi macroorbital orbit. And by touching the two thumbs and having your right palm on top of the left if you're a female and the opposite if you're a male, you're creating an energy flow and nurturing your mind and body. If you're outside, you are going to get elementals and extra prana energy. If you're in the house, try to have a window open if you can for the best results. We'll talk about the attitude of this meditation in intermediate level 1, but for today, simply allow yourself to feel the stretch in your legs and to relax. And once you feel uncomfortable, you can let go of the position and just switch to a regular crossed position. If you're already in a crossed position, try to stay here as long as you can with a tiny bit of a meditation. You can hold your hands in the inside mudra, palm on the palm with thumbs touching. You can also try the mudra with thumb and the ring finger, but I want you to just at this point let everything go. You finished your practice for today. Thank you so much for showing up. Allow yourself a meditation as long as you need it before gently getting up and returning to your daily life.
I just want to give special thanks to everybody who collaborated with me to make this possible, to all my yoga teachers from my childhood until now. And I wanted to let you know that although you're watching these videos and following them, you're always welcome to contact me directly and contact me to get yourself some, questions answered, maybe your own 20-30 minute private session. Maybe you would like to just go deeper into any style of yoga that I'm introducing. And I will be very proud of you if you could comment under the videos how you're progressing, what difficulties do you have, or what happy moments do you have. Just remember one rule: do not follow me directly. Just try to kind of follow me as if you were a baby, not fully understanding. So you're just trying to do it, but if you fall off or lose your balance, just laugh about it and continue. Do everything super small, super safe, and it's gonna go a long way for you rather than forcing it. No forcing. We don't need any straight line, any perfect looks. We just want to have a good, pleasant yoga experience. So I'm Nina Soyfer, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.